Diaries. Yo, what's good, people? I needed to start the show before Hooks even got here because, as we know, we just attended a funeral. It was funeral settings today, and the one funeral we already know that we love the most. Arteta and Arsenal. Arteta and Arsenal. The ones that never fail. The gift that keeps on giving. We love it so much. We love it so much. Big up to everyone inside. Big up to Saeed for the raid each and every time. Make sure you smash the like button on your way in. Make sure, if you haven't already, show some love. We are on the road to 1K subs. We're not too far away. About 140 left. I know there's plenty of you in here that haven't already subscribed. Show some love. Show some love. Subscribe to the channel. And yeah, man, this is exactly what we're on. But the man himself, the man like full-time crooks, he's here. He's here. He shows face. What are you saying, bro? What are you saying?
No, I'm good, man. Just, letting everybody have their chance to celebrate their trophy this season. Arsenal getting knocked out of a trophy. Everyone's giddy. Everyone's excited. I got a whole corn everywhere because, apparently Arsenal the only team that have lost the FA Cup this season, and everybody else is winning it. So yeah, man, just doing
you've got to hold calm because let's have it right. You're one of the only Arsenal fans out there that are actually showing face today. There's many are hiding. Big up to Dan Potts too. Big up to Gunnar Lee. I had a chat with him as well. But to all the other ones that are hiding, don't big up yourself. Slow up yourself because I don't know where you are. We're going to catch you this week. And we already know what game is this week. An even bigger one. It could get worse. It could get worse. But before we get into anything to do with this weekend's results and the upcoming games, let me just big up to everyone in the chat. Whoever's been watching, whoever's tuned in from beforehand. Big up to Wake Up News. Forest win tomorrow makes this league interesting. Months saying it's over. No way. Is Liverpool have to have their decline too. Hooks has a lot of injuries. So this game could be interesting. It could be. It could be this week. But yeah, man, the suit's been on. We attended a funeral just before. If you haven't watched it already, most of you may have. But Saeed, midday live, make sure you go check that out. It was funeral settings, man. It was funeral settings. So I had to come dressed appropriately. That was just part of that everyone was on. Everyone was on that. But yeah, man, we're drinking in the tears. We're taking it all in.
Nobody cares. But nobody cares about Arsenal. Nobody cares about Arsenal, but
man, we did say it was Arteta's funeral, not Arsenal. It wasn't Arsenal's. It was Arteta's.
Man are dressing up. Don't you man have any?
As the viewers will know, you may not know. You're not tuned in on the stream, but we have a funeral quite so often. It's not you're not the only team that's had a funeral this season. So don't think that it's all about you, and don't think it's all about yourself trying to do. Oh, I'm the biggest. Yeah, everyone hates me. No, you're not the only team that's had a funeral this year. There has been a few. Your funeral was just today. That's all it was, and not yours. As I said, it was Arteta's, your manager's funeral. But people, as Hotspur Cave has said just there, disgraceful. 229 people in the building right now. We need to get the likes up. We're aiming for 100 likes on the North Divide every single week. This is what we're on. Me and Hooks are giving you our time. So all you can show us your appreciation is dropping a like on the video. And with that, what I am going to do and what I'm going to say, we're going to save the Arsenal bit till after. I know Hooks has had a couple of streams where he's been cooking, he's been doing this. And we didn't get to speak about Tottenham in the last stream that we done together. So I'm going to start the reverse and I'm going to give him his chance. We're going to speak about Spurs first this stream. Let's talk about it. Tottenham 3. Yeah, I wanted to. Bro, I just told you I'm giving you some like. I'm letting you relax for a little bit. I'm letting you not take corn straight away. You should be happy. I'm showing you some. We're rivals. I don't have to give you this. Don't have to do this. But I'm being nice. I'm saying, do you know what? You do need some. You do need some. You do need something.
I don't need nothing, bro.
You need grace, and that's what I'm giving you. I'm giving you grace right now.
I need grace. You need God, bro. Because
as we know,
need an extra time for Tamworth.
Tottenham 3, Tamworth 0. Spurs are on to the round 4 of the FA Cup.
Who did you draw?
Wait. Speak to us, bro. Are you in?
Wait, who did you draw? Who did you draw? In the next round?
Did you not look? Oh no.
Nah,
We got Aston Villa away from home.
Oh, so you're out. Cool. Safe. Go on, Karen.
No, I want to know. All right, generally though, let's do some. Let's talk about the games a little, because I know we'll cook each other soon, but talk about the game. What did you think of Spurs' performance? Or do you not? Let's not say Spurs. What did you think of the valiant performance from Tamworth, bro? Let's pick up Tamworth.
I think it's very concerning that you needed not only to bring on your big hitters that you was probably saving for the North London derby to win this game against Tamworth. You needed extra time. I'm sorry. That just there, like, bro, have some absolute shame, bro. Like, I know Arsenal went out, but bro, nearly went to penalties. Tamworth, you know. Tamworth, bro. One of my brothers, he was like, raw, like two of the people I used to kick ball with at the park when we was kids is now playing against Tottenham, bro. Bro, I'm sorry, yeah. That is absolutely crazy, bro. You needed Son, you needed Kulusevski, you needed Solanke, bro. You needed Maddison to beat Tamworth, you know. They're in the 5th tier of English football, you know. Non-league, bro. Have some shame, bro. I don't even care how I don't even care that you went through, bro. Like the fact that you in 90 minutes 0-0 against Tamworth. Oh my days, bro. Oh my, I'm sorry. That's worse to happen to Arsenal, bro. That's worse. That, in my opinion, that's worse. Cause now, yeah, if you man don't win the trophy, if you man don't win the trophy, yeah, you man struggled against Tamworth, bro. Don't let me see you go out. Yeah, don't let me see you on the North Divide when you man go out to Aston Villa, bro. Yeah, and you know what? I'm not like you, man. I'm not waste, man. I'm not gonna go dress up in no goddamn suit, blood. Man, there. I see all you frauds out there. Monts in a shirt and tie, Cass in a blazer, CB in the shades and the blazer. You're now there in a black blazer with the black do-rag and with the black.
You want the shades? Say less. Wait. Say less. We'll complete the look. Say less. Hey, we'll complete the look. Say less. They wanted the shades. Hey, Arsenal celebration party where the season is over. Make sure you guys have got the shades. Get your drinks. Get the champers. This is how we're feeling today. This is exactly how we're feeling today. Yeah.
Man,
Arsenal downfall.
Man that are on trench talks, you know.
You can't look me in my eyes, like yes, because you're not there.
Man that on trench talks are behaving like this, you know.
Nah,
I can't believe it, you know.
Let's talk about Tamworth.
Bro, you actually look like you're about to shoot an R&B video.
You had your nice.
You actually look like you're about to shoot an R&B video, bro. Hey, Chris Brown, big up, bro. Let's go start calling Jords Brown. The JB here. See that man there, bro.
As we can see, guys, do you know what it is, yeah? You know what it is? Hooks is still pressed a bit, guys. We have to bear with him. I know, as we've been seeing the last couple of weeks, we've been getting a more like a little bit of depressed Hooks. Like he doesn't seem too happy. Man. He doesn't seem himself. And you know, you can only look at his team for that. You can only blame his team and his manager for just not turning up time and time again. I know last night he got cooked. As I said, the people were turning up with the suits and them things. It's because it's a party season. When you see Arsenal downfall, when it's a funeral, what do? You dress up. And that's what we done today. It was funeral settings. But taking it back to Spurs, before you do the distraction thing, I could take accountability. The performance was horrible, man. The performance was dreadful. It was absolutely dreadful. Spurs' second team is no good. We've said this time and time again on this channel, and the people that watch me weekly, or most of these people that I hear every week, they know, man, like when Spurs have a certain team out, I don't rate that team. I don't really expect too much from it. And that's the same thing yesterday, man. We were literally watching a guy from Zara outperform two wingers on 250, 300 bags a week put together. It's crazy. It's nuts. I've got a guy on their team, a centre-back, doing not Cruyff turns, doing 360s, at the back, at their back line, spinning our players. It's not acceptable. These things can't run. I'm not gonna lie, they can't run. But I'm not gonna look at the manager or for anything like this. I'm not gonna look at something singular in a game like this. What I'm gonna look at, is players. I'm gonna look at players not putting in the ball in the back of the net. I'm going to look at Timo Werner missing one-on-ones against man. This guy's a part-time goalkeeper. He's part-time accountant, part-time goalkeeper, and he can't slot it through. This is why I'm going to not get mad at my manager. I'm getting mad at the players, bruv. Man's watching Brennan Johnson running straight lines against non-league ballers. He don't look out of place. Brennan Johnson did not look out of place yesterday. And that's where my biggest frustration comes, because week in, week out, I need to watch players of this caliber in my front line. I need to watch players of this caliber trying to give me joy, trying to lift my team up. I can't bear it. I can't bear seeing these types of players play. But ultimately, as we said at the start, Tottenham got through. When we did bring the big boys on, when we did bring on the big boys, we scored 3 goals. We scored 3 goals. Game was wrapped up in extra time. And that's the thing here, yeah? Spurs will be Spurs at times. Spurs will be Spurs.
It's not about Spurs. It's not about Spurs.
Spurs will be Spurs at times. Let me finish. I'll let you finish. Let me finish now.
Spurs
will be Spurs at times. Spurs will be Spurs at times. And with this, Spurs are going to be entertaining. They're going to give you games where it goes right down to the wire, where you don't know which way it's going to go, but then we just come out on top against a small team. We just come out on top. We've done the same thing against Coventry. We need a 90th minute winner early in the season to get through Coventry in the Carabao Cup. But now we're looking at potentially being in the final. So when you look at these games later on and you look at the fact you've gone out to a Tamworth or something like that, well, no, the game was tight. We didn't go out. What I can see is looking back at your record is went out to Southampton or went out to Nottingham Forest, went out to shit United, and then you went out to Liverpool and Man City. That's since you won it. You've gone out every single year in the 3rd or 4th round. So I'm not hearing you talk to me saying when your team does it. My team got through. My team made it to the next round. Did your team make it to the next round?
Since we what?
Did your team make it to the next round?
No, but since we what though? Since we what?
We're not doing all this. We're talking football.
If you want to
do trolling, we could go back to the other streams. We're talking football. Talk to me. You were going to interrupt me and say something. What was you going to say?
Do you know I talked about you, yeah? It just dawned on me. You don't actually support Tottenham. You support Ange Postecoglou. I clocked it. Because in your eyes, he can do no wrong. In your eyes, it's never him. In your eyes, it's always the same.
I've called him out on this show many times.
So I clocked it. You support.
We're not going to do this. All right. Do you know why? Hooks. Are you Arteta in or Arteta out?
Tamworth.
Are you Arteta in or Arteta out?
Tamworth.
Don't tell me that I support my manager when you don't even know what to do with your manager. You wouldn't even sit here and call out your manager. You won't sit here and say that he's a pussy and that you call him out all the time, but you don't want him gone. You don't want him gone. You don't want him gone.
I call him out all the time. I just don't buy into you man's football YouTube narrative.
No, you don't buy into the fact of calling a manager out and asking for him to leave.
I talk real football, bro.
You never know. You don't talk real football. You're not doing that right now.
I don't do the hokey cokey, none of that, bro. I talk real football, bro. I have real conversations, bro. I'm not a meme on the internet, bro. You get it? I'm not an internet meme, bro. Not every day, bro. Do you know what? Yeah, on Sunday.
You're not an internet meme. Why are you sitting there telling me that I support my manager and I don't support my club? If you're sitting there telling me you don't support Tottenham because you defend your manager, yeah, bro. On Sunday, we're talking football. I support football. When I reviewed the game, I'm talking football. You're sitting there trying to do up agendas. That's not talking football, bro. What are we doing here,
bro? On Sunday, I sat on the panel show. The same questions. Today, sat on the panel show. Same questions. Sitting here today with you. Same questions. Gonna go on the panel show tomorrow. Same question. Gonna be
same
on.
Question.
Gonna be on.
Because the matter of the fact is, bro, the manager, you've sat here. Because for you out of all people to sit here. No, it isn't because you out of all people, bro, to sit here. Just like a manager is gonna get questioned the same thing. The manager's going to get questioned the same thing in a press conference if he doesn't answer the question properly. They're going to keep asking you in different ways till they get an answer from you that is appropriate. And that's what people are doing to you, Hooks, because time and time again, you're not making your stance clear on where you're at with this manager. You sit here and tell me, no, Hooks. You're sitting here and telling me,
bro. Like, now I'm starting to think that man, them are stupid, bro. Like, got comprehension.
No, because you sit here and tell me, because you're contradicting on your statements, bro. Because you're sitting here telling me, you told me that I'm toxic positivity for defending my manager for analysing the game.
That's not what I said.
toxic positivity for my manager.
No,
That's
that's
I'm
not what I said.
rephrasing. I don't need
That's not
to.
what I
I don't need. Bro, you're
That's
doing
not
the
what I said.
girl thing. You're doing the
But
gal
that's
thing.
but that's not what I
Don't do
said.
the gal thing.
That's
I'm
what I said.
rephrasing what you say. I can rephrase what you
You're
say.
chatting rubbish.
I can
That's what you're
rephrase.
doing.
I can rephrase. You can do the gal thing, but we can.
No, you're doing the gal thing by
No, you're doing the
rephrasing,
gal
bro.
thing.
Do you know
You're
what-
doing the gal thing where you're like, do you know what? Those weren't my exact words. Let me tell you what my exact words were. Go on, look. What were your words?
Bro, I said,
were your words?
yeah, I clocked it about you. You don't support Tottenham. You support Ange Postecoglou, bro.
Well, that's right, lies. Okay, so I can say the same thing you just said, that you must be doing a stupid thing where I'm clocking them's comprehension skills just aren't there, because I come out numerous of times, as people would know, and call out what the manager's done wrong, just like you have. But the one thing I've done different to you is when I've called out the manager for his wrongdoings, I've still said I back this manager. You, on the other hand, call out the manager for the wrongdoings, but don't come out and say whether you back the manager or whether you're against the manager. You don't say, I want the manager gone or I want the manager to stay. I believe in this manager or I don't believe in this manager. You don't say either. You're giving us in betweens. I'm asking you a question. You don't want to answer. That's the difference between
on numerous occasions. I said I've lost faith in him. What?
Lost faith. Okay.
Yeah,
lost faith isn't no, but bro, that's not what I've asked though. I've asked, are you backing him or you're not? Okay, you don't want to say if you're Arteta in or out. Cool. Are you backing Arteta to get better? Are you backing Arteta to improve the team? Are you backing? We know you back Arsenal. I'm asking you your opinion on your manager.
Because I support Arsenal.
I'm asking your opinion on your manager.
Arteta, bro. Like,
you don't. You support your club, and your club employs your manager. I'm asking
do your job.
Yeah. Do your job. Your manager. Do you
do your job?
Do you back the manager to improve, or do you think he's not going to?
Bro, I don't have a crystal ball. I don't know, but he needs to do better.
Bro,
stop crystal ball, bro. I don't have a crystal ball right now. He's not.
I'm asking your opinion. I'm not saying. I'm not.
I'm giving you my opinion, bro. Bro, you're asking me questions that I can't have the answer to because I'm not a fucking magician.
You can have an opinion on it.
I'm not part of the X-Men, bro.
You can have an opinion on it.
I'm not part of the X-Men, bro. I wish I was.
I'm asking. Wait, Hook. So we do this show.
I wish
people want to know your opinion on it.
Picked me up when I was a youth, and it turned out that I had mutant powers. Yeah.
People want to know your opinion on it.
Bro, see, look, Mr. Batty Red, to be fair, Hook's been saying end of the season, bro. Don't bring me majors this season. Get him out, bro. But I don't understand why I have to go on every stream, every single day.
You need to evaluate them.
Or you want to out, bro.
Right, you do the exact same thing. All right, you do the exact same thing, because every time I come on your stream after a Tottenham loss, when we do whenever Tottenham don't win on the Friday streams, you'll be like, oh, is it this week that you're going to turn on Ange? Is it finally been the straw? You will do all this same way. And I've told you, wait. No. I've maintained consistency just like you in saying, bring me a trophy.
Because in my opinion, he should be sacked. Because in my opinion, he should be
sacked. But in my opinion, Arteta should be sacked. What's your point,
you think Arteta should be sacked now?
I said it's his funeral. Of course he should be sacked. I think he should have been sacked time ago. I think Arteta should have been sacked for his consistent failures. I think that you should have held him to a standard. You should have. All right, let me finish. You asked me a question. Let me finish. I think you should have held him to a standard like Chelsea did back at a time when they were competing for trophies and they were trying to be a big club. When they sacked Carlo Ancelotti for finishing second and winning the FA Cup. I think Arsenal at this point should have a standard very similar to that, where you're gonna sack a manager after they're not winning you something. That's what I think. I think you need to maintain a certain standard. And I think that you should have sacked your manager. That's what I think.
This is why I call you a fraud, because you think that my manager should be sacked, but you're not holding your manager to the same standards you're holding mine.
Because we just, as we established on the stream, as we just previously established on the stream with Monts, Arsenal are allowed to get measured by their progress. You know, you're allowed to sit there and go, we went second to second to second. All right, I want to do that in my manager. How about that? I'm giving him the time to allow him to do that.
But you've actually gone backwards.
Arteta's had the process.
You've gone backwards, bro.
Season's not over. Don't say
you've gone backwards, bro. You've gone backwards. You've gone backwards,
bro.
Appreciate that. You've gone backwards.
Where have you gone?
At this moment in time.
Where have you gone?
Yeah, at this moment in time, right now. Yeah. So what's the date today? The 13th of January, 2025. We haven't gone backwards yet. Because last season we was already out of both the Carabao and the FA Cup. We're still in. A lot of people are telling me that Arsenal are already out of the Carabao Cup, but we're not actually out of the Carabao Cup yet. We're not out of the Carabao. Are we out of the Carabao Cup yet?
No.
Are we? Use your football knowledge, not your
mathematically. No, mathematically
not your football YouTube, not your football YouTube. You're actually
mathematically no.
Watch all for time.
I just said no. I said no.
So So how can we have gone backwards when I'm sitting second in the Premier League? I was second last season on the same points. I am in the Carabao Cup semi-final. I made it nowhere near the Carabao Cup semi-final last year. I'm third in the Champions League. Third in the Champions League. I am going to automatically qualify for the next round. And yeah, cool. I'm out of the FA Cup, but I was out of the FA Cup the same stage last season. So how have I gone backwards?
Why?
How have I gone backwards? I need someone to tell me how I've gone backwards. If I get to the end of the season, yeah, and I've won nothing and I've finished third, then cool, I've gone backwards.
You've gone backwards
but
because
I've already said,
all right.
I've already said I'm the guy. I'm one of the few Arsenal fans that have said if I don't get majors this year, I want him out. There's some Arsenal fans out there that give them the Carabao Cup and nothing else, and they'll give him another year. That's not me, bro. That's not me. That's not me.
I hear that. And again,
I mean, that's not me, bro. Do you know what I mean? So, like, look, do Arsenal have problems? Yes. Are we currently in a bad run of form? Yes. Do we need to make signings? Yes. Do we need to improve the squad? Yes. Do we need to be doing better? Yes. But I can't change none of that. Me, Hawks, I can't change none of that. It doesn't matter if I go on a stream and say, oh, I believe in Arteta doing better, or it doesn't matter, bro, because it doesn't change anything. My opinion changes nothing. Absolutely nothing. People have known, yeah.
Is Mali wrong here?
People have known from time what I wanted, yeah, because I get told about it all the time. People know my expectations for my club because I get told about it all the time. I'm not the guy that comes out on here and does the wishy-washy thing, tries to hide and doesn't make big statements, bro. I make big statements because I expect my club to be in certain places, bro. And like
what are those big statements, Hooks?
Bro,
because I haven't heard many big statements from you in a long time. The last time I heard a big statement from you was back in the summer. I ain't heard no big statement from you since.
For example, I expect my club to win everything. I expect. People's comprehension problems are a bit mad, but what I said was I expect my club to win anything. I said, yeah, when we got to the semi-final, because we drew Newcastle, I said I expect my club to go on and win the Carabao Cup now. I said that because we was playing at home first. I expected us to win the tie at home and then comfortably go through to the final. Killed it. We didn't do that. So I will judge my club accordingly, bro. I said, because I predicted at the beginning of the season for Arsenal to win the Premier League, I expected my club to win the Premier League. Bro, I don't understand. But then, by the way, I'll have Manu in the chat will tell him what major is he winning. But then, by the way, if Arsenal go and win the Premier League, where's Ilias going to be? Because he's not going to be here. He's not going to be asking me them questions then,
bro.
You know what I mean? Now, this is the thing, yeah.
No, bro. This is what it is, though. This is part of this is the game. This is the game. This is the game.
No, it's football YouTube. It's filled with people that understand nothing. That
football YouTube want me to answer questions. No. What it is, do you know what? Because what I don't get here is just like if you was working in football YouTube, if you was working in PR, you're working as a journalist, your job is to, ask the questions what the people want to hear. They want to know opinions on certain things, especially stuff like when you're a content creator for your club. Let's be real, Hooks. You're growing. You're a bigger content creator for your club. People respect your opinion. You do know that, right?
Bro, I'm getting asked questions.
Wait, can I finish? I didn't interrupt you. Why are you getting pressed? I'm not even pressing you. I'm literally not even pressing you right now. Bro. Just let me get to my point.
So weird.
People respect your opinion. Do you not get that?
Some people do.
Maybe football YouTubers, we're all bantering each other. I'm talking about the chat. Let's just talk about the people.
Yeah, some of them.
Most of them do, because even if they say they don't, they're watching. They must respect your opinion if they watch.
Oh, some of these man harass me in my chat,
but even when they're harassing the man, they wouldn't watch us if they didn't respect what you had to say about football, because they're just sitting here and they think you're talking shit, and they're wasting their time. No one's sitting there wasting their time, spending each hour on all these streams watching the man. So they respect your opinion. So when man are asking you these questions, especially me right now, I'm asking you these questions about your manager, because not just I want to know, the people then want to know if, like you've said before, opinions change based on new evidence. You can change your opinion on a player or whatever because you've been given new evidence.
I know
So
this.
what?
Then you will
So
tell me I'm
what the
wearing
point
sandals.
is, and why we keep asking the question is, new evidence keeps getting presented in the case of should Arteta go. So as the dressed up, I'm suited and booted right now. I'm feeling like a lawyer right now, yeah. So as the guy that's presenting the case of why Arteta should be sacked, I'm presenting you with the questions and just wanting to know where your head is at with certain things, because rightly so, he keeps
Okay.
failing. He keeps making
Okay.
bad decisions. Let's
Okay.
actually, all right, let's actually
Okay.
talk about the
Okay.
game yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah?
Okay. Wait. Do you know what? Do you know why? To me, personally, this is stupid. Yeah, because you're asked. So I'm gonna come into the stream now, and then they're gonna want to know, and you're gonna want to know, are you Arteta out? Yeah. By the way, we go punch up Spurs, 100%. You're not gonna come and ask me, am I Arteta out? Then we go beat Aston Villa, 100%. You're not gonna come ask me, am I Arteta out? But then, say we lose the game after that, you're then gonna come and ask me, are you Arteta out? But I wasn't asked if I was Arteta out on the games that we won, and this is why it's stupid, because I only get asked this question. Yeah, even though people know the answer, I only get asked this question when Arsenal
We
lose.
don't know the answer all the time, though. We don't. When you lose games,
Bro,
when you lose games, you're more than likely to come out and say that you're against the manager after a loss than a win. So man, ain't gonna ask you. Maybe after a win, they might be like, if you no, because see it like this. See it like this.
Exactly.
If you was the other way around,
it's called meme. It's called fishing.
no, hooks. No, it
Fishing,
isn't. It isn't. It isn't. It's
It's
called
fishing. It's fishing, bro.
All right, cool, bro. It's cool context. You just look at it two different ways, because the way that
fishing,
I see it is, if you're winning games and you're Arteta out, just like I'm Ange. If Tottenham are winning games, the first thing I'm gonna do to Ange out is, when we're winning games, I'm gonna go to them. What, you still Ange out when we're winning? It's just because of your stance on the team. That's what you're gonna do. It's not fishing, bro. It's looking to clarify stances. Not, you do know not everyone's stubborn and they maintain a certain stance. I know guys. We've been on stream with guys that every other week they're giving you a different answer. They're telling you that they're Arteta in and they're Arteta out. What you're doing right now is your head's hot, bro. Your head's hot.
My head's actually not hot.
Because you've the past day or two, you've been asked the same questions about your manager that you're angry about. That your manager's not backing you and defending you on the pitch. And like you said,
my head's hot when it's not hot. I'm actually quite calm right now. See, look, I'm sipping my apple juice. Yeah,
bro. Your head was definitely.
I got my bowl full of biscuits. Yeah, and I'm here talking to my bro. My head's not hot, bro. My head's actually not hot, bro. It's like, you know what I mean? Do you know it's, bro? Like, if my head was hot, you would know.
Most definitely. And bro, when I'm observing you and you're observing your actions, and usually we know hooks is context hooks. He's sitting there trying to talk.
Arsenal.
We're trying to talk context. Today's no context. It's just straight copium, bro.
Look, yeah, Arsenal got knocked out. Yeah, Arsenal lost a game that they should have easily won, like 4-5-1. We had more than enough chances to put the game to bed. Havertz missed 2 bare easy chances in front of goal. Trossard missed. He was literally on the goal line, and he missed. Erdegaard missed a penalty. Any one of those 4 chances go in, the game is finished, bro. The game's done. But we didn't do it. We then went onto the penalty shootout, yeah, and Havertz missed the penalty. Now, what I say is, I can't really blame Havertz or Erdegaard for missing those penalties, because to me, yeah, they did what you're told to do. A penalty is hard and low. They both put it as low as possible into the corner. The keeper made very good saves. I'm not going to take that away from Bayinda. You had Declan Rice. He should have scored the header. You had Declan Rice. He should have scored the shot that Bayinda just saved, and it went just by the post. We had bro, in the last 2 games, we've had 49 shots and only scored 1 goal. Bro, I'm not a coach. I don't have any badges. I've never managed a team. But even I know the problem at Arsenal is so evidently clear, but they're just choosing to not solve it. I can't control that. Everybody knows. If Arsenal, everybody knows, yeah. If Arsenal had an Isak, if Arsenal had a Gyökeres, if Arsenal had a Vlahovic, if Arsenal had any insert striker who scores goals in the box, a traditional number 9 in Arsenal's team, a lot of the chances that we miss, we don't miss, and we go on to do better. But I can't control who we go and sign in the window. You was there with me on the transfers, on the transfer streams we was doing in the summer, bro. You know, the reason why I said I expect my club to win everything is because I thought that my club was going to go and sign Gyökeres in the summer. You know this. You was there. But everybody pretends to forget. because it's
I know
better
what you
that
said.
way.
I don't use that against you. You said you were doing the quad if you signed a striker. You still said that without the striker, you could win
that
the
way,
league.
isn't it? It's funnier that way because obviously entertainment. We got to be here.
No, but that was exactly what you said. You said you could do the quad with the striker. Facts. You said you needed, but you still said that even without the striker, you believe you could win the league. That was it. That was it. You believe you could win the league.
Striker, I believe I could win the league. Yeah, but you know
and with the striker, you do the quad. That's all we've said. I've never misquoted you on that. What do you mean?
What? But
we say you said you're going to win the quad without the context. Yeah, because that's still a quote. just like wait, Hooks. Like the media are going to use Arteta's quote talking about the ball without the question. It's all a part of the game, bro. It's all a part of it. We all doing it to each other. Just like you're going to tell me that I said something about Spurs and miss out the key part where I'll give you some context about it. It doesn't matter. You still said it. Come out your mouth.
I think it's mad. I think it's mad. Like, I think it's mad illegit. Yeah, that I get asked more serious questions than Arteta.
Bro, that's one thing you're not going to do. You're not going to come and sit here and blame us for the media not asking Arteta serious questions, bro. That's the media. We're not the media. Unfortunately, one day, maybe, the man that might be on Sky Sports, if you see us, big up. Hey, Sky, if you're watching,
you know what?
Give me the call up. Give me the call.
They will never, ever put me on Sky Sports. Do you know why? Because I don't know if you saw, but this morning I did a stream because my manager thought the guy at the helm of my club thought it was okay to come out in the media and say, will we win big trophies? I don't know. What type of loser talk is that?
And that is where I'm at. Look, this is for me where the biggest indictment on your manager is, and why I get onto, like, when I said this is Arteta's, this not is just the game. Like, we can look at the game as a singular and sit here and say, yes, Arteta didn't necessarily coach a very bad performance. I don't think he coached a good performance. One thing you didn't highlight was you didn't have a shot on target up until they went 10 men down. That was like 60 minutes in. Arsenal had a very bad first half. You was at home. Man United had the better chances leading up to that. They obviously went 1-0 up. The goal you scored wasn't really a goal where you could say that you could create a good chance and you put it together. Like, it wasn't a well-worked move where you could say the team actually deserved it. It was a bit of luck, fell into Gabriel's path, deflection into the goal, which we all need a bit of luck. Can't take nothing away from him. You got the goal ultimately. But to build, then build on from the goal, yes, the team done good enough. But the problem has been, which it's been pretty much the whole season through, is without Saka, and we've had this conversation, so you can't say we haven't. I've said without Saka, your front line is shit and no one else can be trusted to put the ball in the back of the net. We've had this conversation and you were like, I agree a little bit with you, but I feel like we have players that can get us over the line. Do you not now start to realize that that is even more than true, that without Saka, your front line is pretty much null and void?
Bro, and again, I'm also the guy that has said on multiple occasions, we need to sign forwards in this transfer window because the season was already hard enough to win the Premier League with Saka. To do it without Saka is nigh on impossible, bro. So again, you're trying to draw me out for things that I've already
not trying to draw you out. Bro, you're sitting here. This is your problem, bro. No, wait, this is generally your problem right now. You're on. This is what you done earlier in the stream as well. Yeah, you walked into the stream. You're just like this. You know, you're just here defending, bro. Here trying to block everything. No one's throwing punches right now. No one's throwing a punch. You don't need to have your arms up. You don't need to defend. You don't need to roll the shoulder, yeah? Just walk in, bro. We're just tapping gloves. We ain't got to the fight yet. The fight's in 2 days. Trust me. Calm down. We'll get to that. But right now, I'm simply just trying to highlight certain things about your manager. That's me. I'm getting on to your manager. Not you. If you want to take it to heart and take it personally, then that means you love your manager. That's what I'm eating.
You just asked.
I asked you about what question, bro. I asked you a question about your team, and I'm just asking you to clarify. I was like, we've had this conversation,
but you know now you're starting to see.
No, but I said, but now you're starting to realize that with Saka,
I'm not starting to realize. I already knew, bro.
You know, no, you still had faith. The likes of Odegaard, man like Ghostegaard, you know, didn't see the opportunity to flick his hair, get a nice little camera opportunity. So we saw yesterday, shit performance, bro. Shit performance. Man's gonna go back to his day job, perform at Vogue, yeah. And who else? Saliba. Are we gonna talk about Saliba? We're gonna talk about that spin. You don't want to talk about the players that are getting done up in the game.
Okay, but this is where it gets a bit stupid now because you'll slew Saliba, but Saliba's better than everyone in your defense.
That's cool. I'm allowed to slew him for what happened. Carlito
Saliba
cheffed him up. That doesn't deny the fact that Carlito cheffed him up.
Saliba's still top 3 defender in the league. I don't even know
why he got sat on his ass. He got sat on his ass by one of the worst strikers in the league. That's a problem. That is a problem. And that's what
the thing is, yeah. The thing
no. You're not going to deflect this one. You're not deflecting that one.
Xerxes is still, bro. Xerxes is still a unit, bro. He's still a unit.
Is that why him being a unit didn't make him twist up?
By the way, whatever you think about Xerxes, bro, he's still kicking ball at the highest level.
This is what we're doing now. Do you know what? No player in the Premier League shit because they're kicking ball at the highest level.
No. Xerxes.
No. That's what we're gonna run. Every hook team, when he talks about shit players, this is what we're gonna say. Every football player playing in the Premier League.
Xerxes is actually not one of the worst strikers in the Premier League.
Just saying. We're gonna run those narratives now. We're gonna run those narratives.
It's not a narrative, bro. It's the fact.
That's what we're gonna do.
Bro, he's kicking ball at the highest level, bro. How dare you? How dare you insult him, bro?
Insult him by calling him one of the worst strikers in the league. Yeah, he is. He's not top 10. He's not top 10. Not top 10 strikers in the league.
But not being top 10 doesn't make you the worst.
He doesn't start for his team. Yeah, because there's 20 teams. I'm counting the first 20 strikers for the team. He's not top 10.
Every team only has one striker.
No, because the second striker is usually bro.
You know what I'm
this is
saying?
what we're doing. This is what Hooks is on today. Hooks is just mad rattled. Mad rattled.
We're just throwing buzzwords now.
No, bro, you are though, bro, because you're sitting here trying to question the fact that every team's got one striker now. Like, bro, why are you sitting there focusing on stupid things, bro? We know what we're talking about, and you're sitting there trying to take it left about.
Big up Castro, big up Justin. Rasmus is worse. That's a striker in the same team.
That's his opinion. That's their opinion.
And you know what?
Opinion.
If Rasmus is worse than Xerxes, then that means that Xerxes is the best striker in Manchester United's team. So then that also means he can't be one of the strikers in the league because he's the best striker in his team. And this is what I mean.
I said he's not a top 10 striker. Man United is not a top 10 team. No, we're not doing hey. I'm doing hey now. Wait. Hey now, Hooks. Hold on. Wait a minute. Yeah, we know what you're going to say, bro. Yeah, look, we know it, bro. We've heard the script before. Hooks has got the same script, guys. Hooks has been reading the script below him. Let's cope. This is Arsenal copium script.
I wasn't finished, bro.
Yeah, we're not letting each other finish today. That's what I'm telling you. The thing is, I haven't finished one point. I was trying to talk about Saliba, and you just cut me in.
I just need you to let me.
I was still talking about Saliba, and you're telling me I ain't let you finish. Let me finish on Saliba.
Hey, Jords. Hey, you're hot right now. Slow down.
No, you're hot. I've got a smile. Look, I'm smiling.
You won today. You're through to the next round. Why are you rattled, bro?
Bro, I'm happy. You can't get me, bro.
But I wasn't happy when I said my apple juice and my biscuits, bro. But
because you look bare like angry. You're just like yamming on them biscuits, bare angrily, bro. Aggressively, calm down, bro.
Hey, all I'm saying is, bro. I know you, bro. We're on trench talks. I know that you can have real conversations. I just need to know now. Do you want to do the trolling thing or do you want to have actual football?
Bro, if we're gonna have a football conversation, that's when we got to take it. If we're gonna have a football conversation, answer my question. Where are you at with Martel? I need to know.
I'll forgive you for every foolishness you said in the stream so far.
No. I'll forgive you for every foolishness you said. If you sit there,
why are you so rattled, bro? Why are you so rattled, bro?
See, let you finish. I've never finished one part.
See, you don't like it when I throw out the buzzwords now, innit? It's cool.
No. Now, you've not let me finish. I'm saying you've not let me finish. You're telling me let you finish.
I just need you to answer the question. Do you want me to troll or do you want to have a proper conversation?
Right. Guys, let's talk about the game against Arsenal as we were doing.
Yeah, why not answer my question, bro?
I don't need to answer the question.
Because you want to troll, and this is why I will troll.
Because we're talking about. Let's talk about the game. And I said let's talk about the game. We was talking about the game. You interrupted me and then got mad about it.
No, let's talk about the game.
You interrupted when I'm sitting there saying Saliba got checked up by his Xerxes. I didn't ask for your opinion. I was saying, I was expressing my opinion on the game, and you got rattled.
Like Ilya said, let's move on. Let's talk about the game, bro.
Let's move on from the game because clearly the game is still a bit like, it's touchy. It's a touchy subject. I did give Hooks the opportunity to speak about Tottenham first because I thought that it would, not be so touchy at this point, but clearly it's still a bit of a touchy subject. So we're going to move on. As we know, because I've only got another 15 minutes. I do have to cut the stream early, guys. I've got to go do a school run.
Okay.
I got school run. There's no. You're not even gonna try to run a banter on that one. Straight up. I've always got 3. We finished at 3. I'm trying to finish up for 3. As we know, we've got a big game this week. But for some, apparently, as you know, Turkish said on AFTV, this isn't a big game. They're not our rivals. But also, in the words of Turkish, Arsenal was a show off for previously abused players. Apparently so. And wait, sorry, I did forget to bring this up before we move on. This is what comments. Big shout out to Richard Cox. Shout out to you being inside. He said you guys have gone backwards because you've gone from a title race to a guaranteed second to a top 4 race. You play the worst football in the league, and your players are half the players they was last season. Just really quickly, just respond to this. That's for you. I'm not saying that.
Okay, yeah, cool. So last season, yeah, I don't know at what point you say we was in a title race guaranteed, because it definitely wasn't at this point. Because as far as I'm aware, it was Liverpool and Man City that were above Arsenal.
So before that.
No,
he's saying guaranteed title race the season before that to guaranteed second last. Title race the season.
Just said you've gone from a title
race to guaranteed second to top 4. I think he means season upon season. That's what I think he means by that.
Oh, okay. Oh, but even then, that title race in the first season, a lot of men didn't think Arsenal was going to win it anyway. But I hear it now. I don't think we're in a top 4 race. I still think we're in a title race. That will change after the results of this coming game week. Now, depending on what happens in this coming game week, my opinion will change. But I think for anyone to say that Arsenal's in the top 4 race is just being mad disingenuous, in my personal opinion. To say that Arsenal play the worst football in the league is also mad disingenuous because, again, there's 18 teams that are below Arsenal. So if there's 18 teams that are below Arsenal, but Arsenal play the worst football in the league, the math ain't mathing. Either you're brain dead and don't understand football, or you're just trying to troll and get a reaction. But either way, I don't really rate it from the footballing thing. The players being half the players that they were last season, now that part I can agree with, bar a few. So I don't think it applies to Gabriel. I think Gabriel is just as good as last season, if not a tiny bit better. Raya, just as good as last season, if not a tiny bit better. Timber has been really good this season. Partey, he's been defo better this season than what he was last season. Saka, defo better this season than what he was last season at this point. So to say that, like, it's just mad disingenuous comments, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, but not in the top 4. But what does that mean? I don't know what that means. What does that mean? So Arsenal, numerically, that may be the case, but then you're saying Arsenal are going to go lose 2 games. Do you know what I mean? And the thing is, yeah, Nottingham Forest don't even play bad ball. They just play ball in a different way. Because their people think for you to play sick ball, you have to have possession of the ball all the time. Not every team plays possession-based football. So what I'm saying, just expand your knowledge on football. Hey, George, you know this.
Bro, you were speaking to the comments on that one. I didn't say that one.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Is good football only played when you play possession-based football?
No. Mourinho and Antonio Conte.
Then what are we doing, though? And this is what I mean. Like, it's like I have to answer questions from people who don't even want the best from my team. It doesn't make sense.
Nah, but come on, man. Like,
it doesn't make sense, bro.
Just like you're gonna ask me questions, you don't want the best of my team. You want the worst of my team. You're gonna ask me questions.
Yeah, but we're boys, bro. It's different. Like the same questions that I ask you is the same questions that when I call
why are you doing your account?
I don't know. Well, Donna has bare accounts, but the same questions that I ask you are the same questions that when I call up all of my other boys that are Tottenham fans, I'll ask them on the phone. It's just
I ain't taking nothing away.
My man don't care, bro. Like, he just wants the worst for Arsenal, bro. He doesn't.
No, look, the top 4 race thing. What I will say is, I agree with you. You ain't. To be honest, I'll sit here and now. I think you are in the top 4 race, but with what I'm saying with that, Arsenal are still, for me, favourites to get top 4. So to say top 4 race is a bit disingenuous because I'd say Arsenal are top 4, but I wouldn't say Arsenal are in a title race. That's what I would say. Just my brief thoughts now. I think Arsenal are no longer in a title race. I don't really think there is a title race at the moment. I feel like it might be a race towards the end of the season, potentially. Let's see how it plays out. But at this moment in time, it's just Liverpool's to lose. It's as simple as that. That's the way I see it. If Liverpool bottle it from here, it'll probably be one of the biggest bottle jobs. Arsenal's done one a couple of years ago, quite close. So, but it might be mathematically one of the biggest bottle jobs we've ever seen in the league. So we got to see how that plays out. But as we were going to get on to match preview, we already know Tottenham versus Arsenal, Wednesday, 8 o'clock, Emirates Stadium. Now, tell me on a real hooks. Do you expect a much better performance than yesterday for that game, considering the team is going to be similar?
When it comes to North London derbies, I don't care about the performance, just get the W.
You know what I mean by expect a similar performance, though? Do you think that you guys are going to struggle or you know, the output? Okay. That's what I mean, like the intensity you guys were playing at, not the overall. I'm talking about like the way you guys approached the game against Man United. Do you expect it to be similar, or do you expect to see a whole new, you know, not set up or nothing, but a lease of life in the team? Because it should be a huge reality check, that game, looking back at it.
So the biggest difference between what happened in the Manchester United game and to a degree the Newcastle game that won't happen in the Tottenham game is that you man aren't gonna mid block, low block, no block. You man ain't gonna do no block, bro. You man ain't gonna do that. And you know,
have you been watching Tottenham recently?
Bro, you man are not coming into the North London derby and doing up low block. Do you genuinely think that you're
low block? I'm asking, have you watched Tottenham recently? Like on a real, bro. I'm talking about.
There's going to be more space. There's going to be more space, and then let's have it right.
But you do realize this high line that you preach hasn't been high lined for. We ain't been high lined.
No, I never said anything about the high line, bro. I'm just saying that Tottenham are not gonna come to the Emirates in the North London derby and do up low block. You're not gonna do it.
No, I'm just making sure, because you always talk about the high line. So that's what I meant. You always preach about it. I'm making sure you know there is no high line at the moment.
You're gonna come. You're gonna press high against us when we have the ball. You're not gonna sit back. And you're going to try and have some possession, and you're going to try attacking that game. There's going to be more space in the game for us to play. Now, the one problem that we both share is probably one of the few North London derbies where both of us are going into it with nowhere near our first teams. Yeah, so it's going to become a question.
Who you've got out again?
Well,
obviously Saka.
Timber hasn't been confirmed yet, but apparently hamstring. Erdegaard mashed up his ankle and apparently is hamstring, but I don't know if he will play or not. Saka's out. Ben White is out.
Jesus is confirmed out.
Jesus, his other knees got smoked. Wanyeri's out. Jorginho pulled up with an injury in the game. Calafiori's out. Yeah, we got about 8 or 9 players that I would say out of those 8 or 9 players, maybe 6 or 7 of them they will not play. 2 or 3 up in the air. So, and the same with you. You got roughly around the same amount of players out. I don't know your news.
That's the thing for me is like Justin says here, we've not dropped the pressing. We just don't press as much. I think like you have highlighted some few points. I think there is going to be very different to the Man United game. That's one thing I will say. Man United aren't going to get in a low block. They're not going to have 3 defenders across the back line with 2 wing backs playing against two wingers that ain't that great at attacking. They had so much defensive. So many people defensively narrow that even once Sterling was breaking past 1 or 2 guys, there's 5 in the box, 6 across him that he's going to have to get past to even create a good chance. So Tottenham won't play like that. That's one thing I can look at. I'd say that we're going to open up a lot more. It's still going to be a very young team. That backline's still going to be a bit open. But the one thing I was going to say is we approach the game with a more calculated press. I know early in the season, Spurs are just gung-ho, trying to press the back line, trying to force a mistake out of when they're building up, just trying to force the mistakes out. And what I've noticed again, the Liverpool games, the Wolves games, that's been very different is we're doing it in moments in the game where we're sort of putting the foot on the pedal and then taking the foot off and putting the foot on the gas and brake for a bit when Arsenal will take over the game, because we know that Arsenal are very possession-based football, and the way that you guys do play, very contrary to Liverpool, is you build up slow. You're going to break a team down over time. You're going to move the ball slowly, side to side. So I feel like that's going to give us the opportunity to get back into our shape, get back into our spaces and recover well. You guys are going to give us that. And plus, apart from Martinelli, you don't have the explosiveness on the wings now. Unless Sterling starts, he's explosive. But outside of that, Martinelli's explosive running in behind, but not on the ball. You haven't got no one who's going to drag the ball up on the pitch with the ball at their feet. Unless, again, Sterling can give you a little 10-minute cameo like he did against United. So I'm just looking at your team. I'm looking at my team. And I can't even lie. I won't be surprised if this is the first 0-0 that we've had in a very long time. I'm just putting it out there. As much as I'm a little bit confident that we can take something away from you guys, I just look at this game as like you said, this is the first time in a while that you've seen, I'd say a poor Tottenham side, but like a second string Tottenham side with a lot of players missing and a second string Arsenal side, a lot of players missing. I don't think there's going to be a lot of quality on the pitch. We're both missing all of our best players. So there's going to be a lot of lack of quality in the pitch. And to be fair, we're relying on a guy like Kulusevski to turn up for us. Without that, we ain't really got much else right now that's really going to turn it around. But for you guys, I mean, who is going to be that guy for you in this game? If there is no Odegaard, no Saka. I mean, it could be a Rice, but Rice in the 8 yesterday trying to do the attacking stuff. I don't know, man. I don't know what Arteta was thinking there. What did you make of that? Him playing in the 8 and trying to do the
Well, he came on and it's a substitution that had to be made.
Yeah. I know. I think there was a substitution that had to be made, but
we don't have any other. We don't have any other option. We don't have any other option. I don't think Declan Rice did too bad when he came on. There was a few things he did that I was like, come on, bro. But outside of that, I don't think he did. I don't think he was poor when he came on. He should have scored like maybe 2 or 3 times, but everybody could have scored maybe 2 or 3 times. So I can't just pin that on him. I don't know, man. It's just, this is my thing. I think we'll win the game. Yeah. And the reason why I think we'll win the game is because there's no way on this God's green earth can we lose or draw in the North London derby, at home after getting knocked out of the FA Cup.
Remember, I told you, man, he's reading off a script. I got a script in front of me.
I tell you what, yeah, because you see that stadium, if that ever happened, bro, I'll take a bit of run down the tunnel.
What is it going to be one of the we won't conquer? I said we won't conquer.
Yeah, 100%. Well, you know what? Yeah,
we won't utter out. He's going to be one of them ones.
You know what it is? Yeah, this is where I think that, in a sense, the club's very smart, but at the same time, it's kind of a nasty move. Yeah, I think they brought in the ballot system, so you can't do any planned protests inside the stadium.
Oh, because you don't know who's going to the games and that.
Yeah, you don't know who you're sitting next to. You can't pattern it like that. Like maybe you could on the ticket exchange, you can try and grab tickets, but very rarely will you be able to grab 4 or 5 tickets next to each other. So I think the ballot system actually makes it so you can't really protest in a big way. Like you may get lucky and have maybe 20 people around each other, but what's 20 people in a stadium that's got 60,000+ capacity? It's nothing, right? So. So I don't know so much about, but the thing is, I feel like if we lose or draw that game, there will be enough people across the stadium that would have had enough, and then they will start making it known.
Don't you think though? For me, like, because I will be real. I'm not one of the guys that focus on owners and call owners out every week, so I might be a hypocrite in this sense. I can go out there and say it straight away because I don't do it, but Arsenal fans are being a bit, I don't know, for me, it's like, I don't want to hear it, the owner stuff, because when you did the owner stuff and you got your way, it's like all of a sudden, very quickly, let's be real, you guys forgot about all of that stuff. It was like that was thrown straight back into the past. Once things started to look good, you had that good season where you finished second, sorry. It was like everything with the owners was put in the past. We don't even remember it. It's like,
okay, I'll tell you why. Because you think that you've turned a corner.
Big facts.
And then obviously, when you start realizing, oh, damn, they're going back to their...
But don't you think that the protest should have been earlier than... It shouldn't... The protest shouldn't be based on the performances of the team, because the protest should have come at the start of summer when no one was signed. They should have been like, you're not defending this team. You look what you're leaving this team down to. And now... Like this sort of stuff, what like with me,
you know that
you expect this all to happen off the back of
that
poor summer.
but you know that doesn't happen, bro, anywhere. You know that protests only really start happening when you feel like
when the performances are really bad. I know. It's just more that the biggest fans we're seeing, the big fans, the people on these channels are now doing cronky out every week, but they didn't want to do that 6 months ago. They didn't want to do that 9 months ago. They didn't want to mention, do you know what? As much as we're doing good, I feel like the owners need to just show a bit more ambition for us to take that next step. Everyone just...
A lot of people said that, though.
No, there was. Well, I can't say that. I'm not saying everyone though. But there was also the narrative that a lot of people just expected the owners to do it because they'd shown little glimpses of it in the past. They were like, "No, in the summer, you remember Hooks, man. You know Arsenal Twitter. All this time last year and leading into the end of the season, it was we're not going to sign no one now. It doesn't matter because in the summer we're getting someone big. In the summer we're getting a Tony, we're getting a Gyökeres of like we're going to sign someone big in the summer. That's why the owners. This was the narrative they're feeding Arsenal fans, and just huh."
Check the private chat, by the way.
Oh shit, my bad. Yeah, I know. Right now, I'm gonna go in a minute. But yeah, no. So this was the narrative they're feeding the owners. The owners were feeding the fans, and then they all fell into it. So look, as much as I hear what you guys are saying, owners wise, I'm not gonna sit here and defend Arsenal owners. I don't think they've showed enough ambition in it, like mine. They've been a bit poor. But let's just say on this final words on this window, do you expect anything to happen now, or you sort of giving up? Because I haven't seen anything concrete with Arsenal, and that's a big worry of mine. Being we're nearly halfway through the window. Fucking hell, bro.
We're nearly halfway through the window, and I couldn't tell you whether we are gonna sign someone or not. So that's right. All I know is the crash out that I will do if the window closes and we sign nobody, not even nobody. If we don't sign a minimum of 2 players, God forbid these men go and sign a defender. I'll crash out. 100% I'll crash out.
Well, left back, what are you saying? A left back that can play centre mid.
I'll crash out. That's why I say my footballing opinions are on hold until the window's closed, innit? Because I could say a whole bunch of madness now, and then we go and sign 3 players, and then it looks different, innit? But
no, that's fair. That's fair though.
As soon as the window closes, I'll know for sure, innit? You know what I mean?
It's understandable. The window is not too long left, and as we know, people, Spurs and Arsenal is this week. There could be also another meeting. If Arsenal and Tottenham both make it through in the Carabao Cup final, things could get even bigger. The stakes could be even higher. But make sure, man, if you haven't already, people, Hooks' channel is in the name of the video. Make sure you go to Hooks' channel, road to 3K. I think it's 2.7 right now. So make sure you're heading over there. We've got a show on Friday morning. So if you want to join us for another show, we get together Friday mornings. Was it weekly predictions?
Yeah.
Hooks versus the Village. Make sure you're there. And if you haven't already, we're aiming for 100 likes on this video. I haven't even checked it, but we're going to be leaving now. So make sure you like the damn video. We want to push it up. It helps grow the channel. We're trying to get monetized, man. We're not too far away. We've got like 140 subs left. So make sure you tap the sub button if you haven't subbed already. But big up to everyone inside. Big up for tuning in. It's been another North Divide show. We'll be back next Monday, man. Peace.